what I'm battling with in my personal life. I know they're always there, but I am battling something in my personal life. But as soon as I put on the uniquely Karen cap, Ola, for fuck's sake, I love your handle. It has been a minute. But Snowkai, I feel like there's victory, recent victory. And if you're not following Snowkai's a fellow streamer. Follow. Different categories, but content creating is one of the most undervalued skills we have. But I feel as if Snowkai, you've had a victory, a recent victory. Kinda. Yeah. I won't say kinda. I feel like you're mentoring someone. I feel you are mentoring someone. No, you didn't miss your turn, horse-drawn portrait. Not unless Streamlabs OBS is playing up on me again. There you are, you're next. And we're back to buffering a bit. So, yes, it's my end. Don't freak out. It's got better. Okay. I feel like there might be a little bit of a crush. Snowkai, I feel as though either yourself has a crush on them or they have a crush on you. Yeah. But it's kind of vague. Okay, here we go. We're going to find out. I feel as if you might be the one setting boundaries. Yeah, I feel like you've set strict boundaries. It's like, I don't... Ace of Wands. Now, for some readers, the Ace of Wands is incoming communication. To me, the Ace of Wands is my ooh la la card. Particularly with the way this reader's gone. You're wanting them to make it obvious. And in that way, you've actually taken teacher role very seriously. It's like you've defined the roles. Yeah. I don't know. The Nine of Cups. There's something here. You just worry that you're... I call it... When I talk about my situations, I say I've actually got the bad man picking gene. Take it how it resonates for you, but I feel as if you're saying that to yourself. It's like every time you have a happy, fluttery feeling, it's with the wrong person. That's your worry. But it's not... I can't make this one up. I feel as if this connection will go somewhere. But you're hoping that Ace of Wands, Ace of Swords. How more phallic can you get? I'm feeling you're wanting this person to make the first move. But I feel as if you've role defined going into the mentoring. Yeah. Oh, like, this has disturbed your sleep, Snowkai. They may be a Leo. They're very opinionated. I feel like they will make the move because I get here you're going to be shocked. And it's almost shocked back to life. You're a Leo. Okay, that makes sense. No, that makes sense. I wouldn't be at all surprised if they're a Scorpio. Because I get some decent debates. They're the person that you can argue with and not care. And Leo and Scorpio mixes are famous for that. They have excellent debates, yet they don't care. Ah, I feel as if there's sleepless nights here. Landon History Buff, welcome in. I feel as if this person's energy has made you feel sped up. Sped up. It's like, you know, when you speed up. There you go. I've got 2 Leo friends. And we don't judge each other. We have these really passionate disagreements. And 5 minutes later, we're laughing. And we don't care. And that's the good thing about it. But Snowkai, I would actually get to know this person a bit more. I feel as if you share a common past. As in, yeah, but also make it clear that crossing a line on that topic can be a bit too much. But I feel as if when you start to get to know this person deeply, you will see that you've actually got similar pasts. Like I'm picking up similar hurts. Similar woundings. And I feel as if your coping strategies towards those similar woundings are the same. I do feel as if this person is going to step up and take action. Just make sure your boundaries aren't too much student-teacher vibe. Make sure there's room for flexibility. And that's what I have for you, Snowkai. Hopefully that resonates. But enjoy the current success as well. Yeah. Look, I didn't quite pick up the whole deck and the Fool's on the bottom. Or the Fool was the next card. So make sure you enjoy the current success. Oh. That was a whoo. Okay, Horse-Drawn Portrait, you are next. Ophiuchus. I'm not an astrological person, so I have absolutely no clue for fluff's sake. I have no clue. No clue at all. Now, horse-drawn portrait, I'm picking up sort of really... It's like a feeling of, oh no, not this again. And it's in the way others interact with you. It's almost like Alice in Wonderland feeling, down the rabbit hole, the Queen of Hearts off with her head. Someone's playing the same tricks. And you're like, how do I deal with it? Because I'm not walking down this path again. Just let me know if you can... I'm not going to accept maybe, but let's see. Okay. You're in two minds about whether to poke the bear. Seven of Swords. Yeah. Part of you really wants to poke the bear. Part of you wants to work out a way to dump this person in the middle of it so you don't have to repeat the... Yeah, I am getting down the rabbit hole kind of feeling here. And the other person I feel is at a distance to you. Manipulative is what I'm hearing. To the point of causing others to have tears. I feel it goes back many years. I feel as if you exited contact, or you went no contact for saving your own energy. And somehow someone's pulled you back in. I feel as if you may have made decisions on the basis of, oh, this energy's hitting close to home. You've made decisions on the basis of this person saying things had changed. And now you're regretting those decisions that you've made. It's like you're sick of being somebody's pawn in their chess game. I know I'm using a lot of metaphors here, but I need to protect my energy too because it's hitting close to home. I feel as if it's a mother telling lies and everybody else buying into it and it coming back to haunt you. It's like you've done the right thing in not spreading gossip, but everybody else has believed. I feel mother figure. As I said, this is hitting pretty close to home for me in my personal life. Yes, it does seem like family. It seems like siblings doing mother's dirty work. Or siblings saying what mother doesn't have the guts to do. Spiritual princess, welcome in. I'm doing okay. Doing okay. Would not be at all surprised if this family member is Gemini. June, July energy. So birthday around now. There is a family friend. Can you understand Gemini energy? It's like they've got their flying monkeys. Okay. It's the person that has the flying monkeys. And I feel as if about a week ago, something came to light. And that's when the I'm not playing this game again came up. It's almost like if no one can understand it from my perspective, or even try to understand it from my perspective, I'm not getting into this. And it's almost like nobody is being clear. Everybody is being passive aggressive. It's like you do what you need to do for yourself, and all of a sudden that's wrong. And there is no right and wrong. Okay. I'm going more with female energy. So if all three are female energy, they've all got flying monkeys. And it's like, I don't want to deal with this again. And you won't have to. I'm a huge fan of give people enough rope and they will hang themselves. I feel someone's going to go too far and show their true colours. But at the moment, it hurts for you. That makes perfect sense why it's come out this way. But it's like you're almost ready to poke the bear. You're almost ready to throw the dynamite in the middle. Metaphorically, not reality. And let them fight amongst themselves. It's like you've got dirt on each and every one of them, and you're ready to let loose with that dirt. I would say backing off and letting them fight amongst themselves is a good one. But it's like you've got ammunition for all of them. And I would say events in the last week and this week have culminated to a point where you're like, I'm not doing this again. Yeah, but your plans go deeper than that horse-drawn portrait. I see you messing with all three. I see you throwing dynamite in one person's camp. I see you throwing dynamite in another's. I see you throwing dynamite in another's. I've got the Justice card and the Ace of Wands coming out. And this Ace of Wands is not as phallic as the other decks. This Ace of Wands indicates to me positive communication. And it's followed by the Justice card. Now, only time is going to tell how your particular situation is going to work out. But as this Justice card is not wearing any blindfolds, I feel as if the truth is going to happen. How people react to the truth, that's a whole nother kettle of fish. And that's an Irish saying for any of my Irish followers out there. That's the Irish side of me coming out. That's the Irish side of me coming out. I've got the Eight of Wands, and it's sort of like, in this deck to me, it says I'm fed up with things standing still. I just want to rise above it and let it all play out. Yeah, but I feel you've been planning while you've been wondering. Horse-drawn portrait, you've been planning while you've been wondering. And Two of Swords with the Tower is like, I'm ready to throw those sticks of gelignite. And metaphorically, not literally. I'm ready to throw that in the mix and see what happens. I'm not seeing anybody else's energy other than the gossipy, and if they're each other's flying monkey, it makes sense. The maliciousness that comes with the flying monkey stuff is coming out loud and clear. Father could be here, but Father is fixated on providing. Father is fixated on, I don't know whether Father has a man cave, like a shed that Father goes to. But Father is keeping separate from everything that goes on. Wouldn't be at all surprised if at one point, as you were growing up, Father was a workaholic. I wouldn't say coward. Sometimes people like to be the ostrich and bury their head in the sand. For some people, it's easier than... You've got to go back generations here. For some people, it's easier than admitting they made a wrong choice. Think of times when you yourself have made a wrong choice. And there's consequences that come from that wrong choice. Sometimes it's easier to ignore your choice and just deal with the consequences. And hopefully that makes sense, because I've made some pretty useless choices in my life that have had really horrible consequences. But what I've found is that by saying my choice was off, it's actually helped the consequences. That may not be the end goal, because I see this tower as creating like a fighting storm until justice hits. So it may not be as simple as the friend being expelled immediately, but it's going to create a wave of a storm. Yeah, but you've got the Justice card coming out at the end. Which oracle would you like, Horse-drawn portrait? I have 13th oracle, Vintage Wisdom, Sign of the Times, Law of Positivism, Magic of Unicorns, Energy and Spirit. Will I choose the deck? I'm feeling Vintage Wisdom. Okay. I feel it might be a card that's very similar to the Tower. Even though Vintage Wisdom doesn't seem to have cards that are similar to the Tower, I haven't drawn every single card in this deck yet, so we'll see. Oh, it's my handmade jumper. Sorry, I should actually try and get the pattern in, because it's all patterny. It's all different patterns. And seriously, it's 30 years old, so I've looked after it. It's almost ready to go, but it's my warmest jumper. And it's freezing cold here in Melbourne. Freezing cold here in Melbourne, Australia. So, okay, my guide said shuffle. Okay, here we go. And we've got a public holiday coming up, and I've needed to get medical tests done. And the public holiday is a long weekend one. All of the doctors are booked out. Seriously booked out. And I had to wait 2 days for a reply for an x-ray, only to be told I needed a different referral form from my doctor. And it's like, you've got to be kidding me. Strength. I haven't had this card before, so this will be interesting. For me, it's got a rebirth element to it. And I've got to look closely. Okay. There is dragonflies on it. There is also like a Venus. It's got star written at the top, so we may actually have a good one. I've never drawn this card before, so this will be a shock for me and for everybody else. So bear with me. I need my specs on for this one. And just for you who like the colour of my top, horse-drawn portrait, I'm putting on matching specs. There we go. Matching specs. Strength. And this is by Victoria Mosley. Okay. Depicted here is a vintage starlet. A portrayal of feminine strength in action, as she holds the symbolic weight of the world on her shoulders. The 12 suns above her head represent cosmic power and illumination. Her proud naked form, scantily draped in a sheer veil, is surrounded by delicate dragonflies. As creatures of lakes and ponds, dragonflies symbolize the unconscious mind, water and yin, the feminine principle of the universe. Great emphasis is often placed on physical strength because it is tangible and easy to measure, whether in the form of prowess, status, or worldly power. Learning to discern the authentic nature of strength is part of our awakening as spiritual beings. This cultivation takes time and effort, and the measure of might is not always obvious to the outside world. In earthly terms, strength can be developed through willingness to embrace life's lessons while using them as a means to gain insight and wisdom. As sparks of the divine hover, our ultimate strength lies in our ability to connect and co-create in accordance with divine guidance. This card invites you to elevate the role strength plays in your life and how it manifests in you. The quality of strength you have directly depends on whether you are aligned to the ego or the higher power. Notice your intentions and what motivates the call for strength. Perhaps you feel a need to prove yourself, or maybe you need to make wise decisions and stand firm. Sometimes life calls us to take a direct route to discover the real nature of strength. Whatever your needs, be open to strength's dynamic energy and use it wisely. In the face of adversity, remember the wonderful words of Philip Brooks. I do not pray for a lighter load, but for a stronger back. Oh, that was very philosophical and deep. It's like, I don't even know what to interpret from that. But in addition, if I put it with your reading, it's like you're going to show that you've got power. And it's like, watch out anybody that stands in your way. And it does have the word star written across the top of what Victoria Mosley said symbolises the world. So you've got the star, the world and strength all wrapped up in one card here. So I'm staying out of your way, horse-drawn portrait. I'm staying out of your way at the moment. Because I feel as if you've realised your inner power, your inner strength. Yeah, it's like, I'm staying out of your way. Seriously, I am. It's sort of like an energy of, I don't care who knows the truth is coming out. And it's sort of like each flying monkey has got, you've got information on each flying monkey. Oh. So I feel this is a long, the reading represented long, not short, so I don't feel like it's going to happen in a matter of weeks. This is the long goal. And hopefully that makes sense, horse-drawn portrait. No, thank you, horse-drawn portrait. And I'm glad I chose this jumper today. It keeps me warm. And also, it's your favourite colour, so I did good. Purposeful Tortoise. And I've got to change the colour of my... I do have to thank... I did get somebody who does art do some tarot card holders for me. As you can see, they're pretty long and they wrap around with the nice little star at the bottom. Keep my cards all nice and fresh and blessed. Because the process of blessing cards when I put them away after stream, that's a long process. Okay, Purposeful Tortoise. I feel like there's... You want to learn something. And I feel it has to do with guides, which is really weird for me to get. But I feel as if you want to connect deeper. You want to create magic. Just let me know if that resonates and then I can turn over the cards. It's like I want to be able to know my guides. Guides aren't stupid. Trust me. It's us that does the stupid things. Give you an example in my life. I dreamt about my own, guides. You want a deeper understanding. My guides showed me my very own accident 12 months before it happened. And on the day of my accident, I had my guides, 2 of them, yelling at me to stay inside the house. But I had these earthly things. Back then it was fax, it wasn't email. I had these earthly things that urgently needed to be faxed off according to somebody else's time frame. They urgently needed to go out that day. And so what did I do? I just got in the car and drove to where there was a fax machine. Not very far. And on my way back, my whole life changed. So I feel like you've been getting impressions and not knowing where they're coming from. Okay, I feel, you're trying to understand them, the messages that come through, you're trying to understand them, but I feel nobody's taught you how to interpret the messages that come. You're getting them. Trust me, I can see you getting them. And particularly just before you fall asleep. Just before you fall asleep, they're coming in pretty strong. Almost disturbing your sleep. Tell them, speak out loud. Tell them, I am going to sleep. Unless you can help me go to sleep, you're not welcome. And the only guide I have an exception to the rule is my protection guide. They're allowed to disturb my sleep. But I feel as if visions are coming in as you fall asleep. And to me, that's a no-go zone. And this is a little self-promotion that I am going to be running a Discord spiritual circle that will teach these things. That's blatant self-promotion. Now back to your read. I feel as if you will find the teacher that is right for you. Okay, yeah. It's someone you admire because they're not stereotypical in any way, and they do not rely on money. Shiny Mango, welcome in. Star, Wheel of Fortune, I like this. I feel as if your trust in those who claim to teach has diminished. I feel somebody was money focused and all they were doing was, how can I say this? All they were doing was offering courses that made you have to take the next course. It's sort of like when they release a part 1, part 2, part 3, part 4 of anything. You've got to make sure you watch the first 3 before it, I feel as if in meditation you can feel energies around you. And they're pretty strong and growing stronger. Look at, I have to put these cards out. That one came. Okay, you've got the Hierophant meditating, Temperance meditating, and then the High Priestess. This is all about and I feel as if quite recently, and I do know you read tarot, by the way, Purposeful Tortoise, but quite recently you've done a reading where the cards weren't telling the story you were getting. You stuck with the cards and it was incorrect. Yeah. And it's like this desire to know, when do I stick with the cards and when do I stick with my intuition? There is success coming in. I don't know whether you've been... It's sort of like I've been invited to join an in-person event. Well, this is what my guides are showing me, because I feel as if the cards weren't telling the right story. But I feel as if you've been asked to join an in-person event and it's got you quite anxious. It might have been an invite extended to you by someone who taught you early. That's okay. As you know me, what I get given, I don't change. Unless there's reason to, I don't. And my guides aren't giving me reason to. I feel as if in person is nerve-wracking for you. If you talk to a computer, you're fine. But in person, it's like, on a computer, I'd know exactly what to say. But in person, I get tongue-tied. I can almost feel my tongue getting tied. You mentioned the job. I feel as if you've considered walking away from it for probably a time period of 3 days, 3 weeks, 3 months, 3 years. You've considered walking away from it. You're considering it again, but I don't believe you will. 3 weeks. You're considering it again, and I don't believe you will. It's sort of like the health plan it comes with is too good. Or the supports it comes with is too good. I've done that. I've stayed in a job where the pay was fantastic, but I hated it. There you go. You typed in it's the money. And I come up with a story about the time I did it. The job was terrible. I stayed in it for 10 years. It was the most boring, mind-numbing job. I was lucky I had good managers, so I didn't have to deal with that politics side of things. But for me, it was the most mind-numbing, boring job I had ever had. And I stayed in it for 10 years. Land and history buff. I was working for one of the major banks in Australia. And someone said to me, I was actually supported when I left, I was supported by fellow staff. And they said, we don't know why you stayed as long as you did. We could tell it was boring the pants off you because there was no challenge to it. It sort of came natural to me. And mathematics did help when I did study psychology, because psychology and science is all about statistics. Okay, I want to see what's on the bottom. Yeah. Your heart wants to leave, but your head wants to stay, purposeful tortoise. And I believe you'll follow your head. I feel as if there's a jealousy vibe going through, as if you have... The reason I came up with that story is like you have a natural ability for this job. It's almost like this job is mind-numbing. It just pays really well. And yeah, I feel as if people can see that you could do it without even concentrating. And you will eventually walk away. I'm not saying you'll stay there forever. But right now, you want stability moving forward. And you feel if you leave now, it's still a rocky foundation you'll be going out of. So I would follow that instinct that is impressing you to stay, because there's no earthly reason other than the state of the world, really, and the uncertainty of moving on. There's no other reason why you're being inspired to stay. Yeah, I feel like the different job won't measure up in monetary terms. And you need something that allows you to follow your passion. And I feel your passion is spiritual. There you go. I feel your passion being spiritual. I don't feel you will leave anytime soon that I can see. But it's your life. You can hand in your resignation regardless of what I say. You could go and get another tarot reading that says exactly the same thing, and you can still hand in your resignation tomorrow. Your passion is medicine. Yeah, that was my passion too. And yet I ended up in a mind-numbing job in a bank. I was paid well. It was a good job. Don't get me wrong. It was a fantastic job. For the amount of money I got paid, it was a brilliant job. And I don't regret staying, because with events that happened afterwards, I was lucky to have that buffer behind me. So, yes, we have to sometimes weigh up so many other factors. But I don't actually believe you will leave anytime soon, purposeful tortoise. I feel the money is too good. And you can do it in your sleep, so let the others be jealous. Let the others be jealous. Oh, out of my peripheral vision, I just saw my cat that's passed away years ago walk past my door, walk past my meditation room door. And that cat that passed away years ago knew never to come into my meditation room and never did. That cat would actually sit at the meditation room door until mine was 2022. My cat passed away 2022. But if your cat was Ginger, it could have been your cat I saw with mine. But yes, my cat would sit at my meditation room door and not enter. Just sit there saying, "You need to come out now." I can laugh at it now, but they were black. I had a black cat years ago. I love black cats. But anyway, I'm putting up the list. Yes, it was sort of like, you need to come out now. And Janine, you are next. And I am sorry for this, but I do have to go and take a walk. I'm almost a half an hour beyond what my doctors say I need to take walks for. The stream has been buffering, so I will say this. I will be away from keyboard. And Louvre Savior. I'm saying it the French way. So, welcome in. First time in the chat. Feel free to chat with everyone. There's a myriad of knowledge sitting here. Oh, I'm sorry you left, Shiny Mango. I only go for a 10-minute walk or so. I have to for medical reasons, but sorry to see you leave. But I will be back as soon as I can. And I am back. So, we lost for fluff's sake too. Oh, we're losing people out of the queue, left, right and centre. Anyway, I feel it's Janine. You are up next. We'll see. Yes. My guides haven't changed their mind. Hello, Janine. I'm picking up that you may feel left out in the cold at the moment. And I was just going to come back and say, if it's this cold next week when I stream, I'm wearing the daggiest tracksuit, but it's warm. But I feel you may be feeling left out in the cold or experiencing FOMO. Just let me know if you can resonate, because I need to know which side of my head to listen to. Okay. I do feel as if there's an upcoming get-together where communication has been lacking. An upcoming get-together where communication has been lacking. It's like you know it's coming up, you know the date, you know whereabouts, but you don't know the actual venue. Yeah, it's like there's something coming up. It may just be drinks with girlfriends or drinks with friends or something like that. But, okay. It's not what you believe it is. It could be career related, but I'm getting more friendship related here. It's not what you believe it is. I believe friends may be setting you up. Ace of Pentacles, that's a good one for career. So if you're wanting career. But I do believe friends are setting you up. Either in the career area, they're letting you know where to apply. Take it how it resonates, but there's definite success. Wheel of Fortune. Okay. If you can understand like a bookish cafe, I feel this is part-time. I don't feel this is full-time. Okay, I'm going to give what I get. Because I feel as if you've been studying a topic for a long time. And it's seen you, I'm going to use an old-fashioned saying, it's seen you with your head buried in the books for too long. There are friends around you that are trying to drag you out of that work-focused mentality. Okay. Yeah, they want you to have some fun. The Ace of Pentacles is here and the Nine of Pentacles is here. I am not worried about the work focus. I feel your first step into work will be part-time. Yeah. Listen to the friends. I feel with the Four of Swords in the read and the Hanged Man, I feel as if you are singular focused on work related now. And the Hanged Man is followed by the Sun. I quite like that because I do feel as if balance is required. You've got some major arcana happening in your read. Let's see. You've got the Lovers, Wheel of Fortune, the High Priestess, the Fool, the Devil, the Hanged Man, the Sun, Justice. So I do feel as if, and the Hierophant, your last row is major arcana. There needs to be balance in life. It's like the more life experience you can get, the better off you will be. And I feel you have friends that see this. And the Hermit, your whole last row is major arcana. Your entire last row, your entire last 7 cards are major arcana. I would listen to those friends because I feel Hanged Man, Hermit, Four of Swords. You've been isolating yourself way too much. Yeah, I know. They're trying to get you out. And I want to say, even if it's a bookish cafe, I feel there's part of you that is thinking, what if I've forgotten how to talk to people? There you go. You were typing it in just as I got it from my guides. It's like, there's a little bit of fear. What if I've forgotten how to talk to people? You haven't forgotten. You have not forgotten. You're worried about the selfishness of society in general at the moment, Janine. It's like I feel you walk around society with your head down and nobody sees you, and you quite like that. But it's time to get involved. No, I would say turn that around, Janine. Turn it around. Don't be hesitant to go out. Going out with your friends means you've got support. If you're looking to enter the workplace, you don't have that friend support. So practice now. You've got the sun. You've got the sun, the Nine of Pentacles, the Ace of Pentacles, the Wheel of Fortune. I feel like you have more intuitive sense than what you give yourself credit for. However, I feel like this is a turning point. Just remember, with learning being available online, even if you're not in that country, you can still study with a different university. That's how worldwide we are now. Anybody can get a piece of paper. So much so that I've heard people refer to university degrees as toilet paper. The thing that is making applicants stand out is their ability to engage in a way that makes them personable. No, I have actually heard people, particularly my contemporaries, and my contemporaries are sometimes 10 years younger than me. They're calling degrees toilet paper because nobody really has to, yes, you've got to do exams, but you can basically study online anywhere. There is no, and it's more repeating what your lecturers say rather than learning and knowing how to come to a conclusion yourself. And I see that as being the skill you need to move forward, and it's why there's so many major arcana. And if you bear with me a second, Janine, I'm just going to pull out the major arcana as they came out. So we've got the Lovers, the High Priestess, the Wheel of Fortune, the Devil, the Fool, the Hanged Man, just so everybody else can see it because I shuffled this deck really well. The Sun, Justice, the Hierophant, and the Hermit. So with the Hangman and the Hermit just in the major arcana, they're the two isolating cards. No, you're guided to get out into the world. Yeah, it is a lot. I can't say never, but I've rarely experienced so many major arcana in a single read from a deck that's been multiple shuffled. And it's not a new deck. You've all seen me use it before, so for me, it's a push to get out into the world, to show that you can connect on a human level. And I know there are so many jobs now that are all about our AI. And I spent last week in and out of special medical specialist's office. Not once did I see anybody that didn't have a device to enter data. Not once. They were all staring at their screen and madly inputting results. Yet, the one person I did have a conversation with was the boss. And the boss is like, I'm sorry nobody's spoken to you this whole time. I will let my staff know. And it's in the side discussion of that was about how difficult it is to get employees that can interact. And I feel your friends are doing you a favor by getting you to see the lighter side of life. And this is a turning point. This is going to impact career, relationships. It's like the Wheel of Fortune turning point. And the Wheel of Fortune did come out. It was the... Oh, I've put it together wrong. 1, 2, 3. It was the third major arcana out. So, learn how to interact. Now, which oracle would you like? I have 13th oracle, vintage wisdom, sign of the times, law of positivism, magic of unicorns, energy and spirit. Sign of the times. And I do want to say, having worked in recruitment, as most of you know, I did work in recruitment for a while. The standout candidates are the one, and when I say candidates, standout applicants for jobs are the ones that have skills that nobody else has. It's like you can all have the same education, same educational ticks, same experience, but the ones that stand out are the ones that have those extra qualities. So just remember that in terms of applications. And yes, they are done online, but you still have a face-to-face interview. Even if that face-to-face interview is on Teams or Zoom or Discord, you still have a face-to-face. So listen to your friends is what I want to say. And I wouldn't be at all surprised if I get it. I want to say what I'm getting from my guides is it's safe. Because I feel part of you is saying it's not safe. And my guides are saying it's safe for you to go out with your friends. Yeah, people who are more interactive, that's a standout. If you look at who's got qualities now that stand out, it will be the people that can interact and put their knowledge in real life terms. Because everybody can have the same knowledge as you. And it's like, okay, what separates this person from this person? They were personable. I could talk to them. And that can be the thing that gets you over the line. Whoops, a daisies. Whoops. That was a flip out. I will show you what it is before I put it. Everybody has social anxiety. Everybody. It may surprise some people to hear that. But everybody has social anxiety. It was the bullseye card. I will put it back in the deck. If it does come out, it's meant for you. I just take it as my poor shuffling. It actually surprises people to learn that everybody has a form of social anxiety. I was weird, just outspoken Scorpio, I guess, but public speaking never worried me. However, not being prepared enough or having too much to do during a week where I've got a presentation scares the living bejeebies out of me. Medical staff healing. I feel this message has been healing for you. I do. I feel as if this message in and of itself has been healing for you. knowing that someone like me who's loud, proud, the rest of it, does have social anxiety. And every human does. It's different for every human being, but every human does. It's a human condition. Now, I'm going to put the better glasses on. They're better specs for today. They don't quite match my shirt, but well. Let's see. Medical healing. I believe going out will actually be healing for you. But here's what we have. And this is Crystal Banner does Sign of the Times. Imagine being behind an ambulance, a vehicle literally and symbolically designed to facilitate healing. With a version of this symbol filling your windshield. Originally called the staff of Asclepius, the Greek god of healing, this symbol of one snake wrapped around a rod became interchangeable with the two-snaked caduceus. That wand attributed to the Greek messenger god Hermes, staff of Hermes. That's what I know it as. Over the years, it's interchanged over the years, but its modern day associations with hospitals and medicine gives the message of healing. Whether your pain is physical, emotional, or spiritual, this symbol shines light on the healing that has or is taking place in your life. Remember that the healing process sometimes requires us to seek assistance from others. Since healing is not always linear, be patient with yourself. Progress may look different depending on the day and the situation. It is okay. Okay, I've lost my spot now. Allow yourself to process your emotions and examine your triggers. Healing is uncomfortable, but once you get to the other side, you will be proud of how far you've come and knowledge you've gained. The ability to help others heal through your experience is an additional meaning. Let your friends and family support you is another additional meaning. And I do feel if social anxiety is something that is concerning you, the longer you hermit yourself, the worse that social anxiety becomes. So listen to your friends, which was basically your entire message, Janine. Your friends want to drag you out, let them. Because you don't want your social anxiety to become worse. And yes, everyone deals with it. Unless it is life impacting, people won't admit it. And I'm always like, why not? It's common. Look, I was a working psychologist up until 2004. And it is common. 100% of humanity suffers from some form of social anxiety. The severity differs, but every human being. I didn't pick up any particular zodiac. Let me have a flick through the cards that I... Okay. I feel like it's multiple. There's definitely a Gemini in there. Possibly a Capricorn. But there's multiple. I feel that they've attempted in the past and you've been a no-show is what I picked up. So maybe reach out to them. Maybe reach out to them, Janine. Help them help you. Oh, I hope the rest of the week goes well. Yes, friends want to help us. It's something that... Oh, I need water. Friends really want to help us. We just have to put up the green flag and let them know it's okay to. Because a lot of the times when we struggle, we push those friends away and they're still there. Okay, I did have quite a few people leave, but Spiritual Princess, it is you. Okay, I'm trying to communicate with one guide in particular at the moment. Hello, hello, hello. Spiritual Princess, can you understand doing the same thing in repetition? I just have to take something out. Okay, one. That'll do. It's like I'm doing the same thing in repetition. And it's getting boring. But there's a pressure to do it, to show up. There's a pressure to show up. There's also confusion of how to alter the same thing. Okay, my guide said turn over. Turn over. The Hierophant. I feel as if you're up in your head. I feel the pressure to do the same thing has nothing at all with a goal of yours. And I feel, I'm not sure whether it's you haven't dated in a long time and are looking to get back into it. More Major Arcana. This is bizarre. You all saw me shuffle them. I feel now is the time. There is no future. It's now is the time, but you're up in your head. And I almost get, you have someone in mind. Okay. Seriously, peoples, with the Major Arcana. I feel the person you have in mind is either Cancer or Cancerian or Scorpio. Ace of Cups. I knew I was on the right path. It's like there's questioning, am I modern enough? Or am I too old-fashioned? There's definitely, I don't know whether your heart just started pounding now, but I'm getting like, yeah, very heart pounding energy. The Star. Seriously, I've used this deck like 20 times. I feel as if Provider, Hermit. I'm getting blown away by the Major Arcana in these cards. The last two reads in particular. Spiritual Princess, can you understand feeling like you have missed out on modern growth or modern tools, or you're trying to convince others of what you desire and are being shouted down by the isms, feminism, masculinism. And even just getting out there is causing some heartache. Okay, yeah. I do feel as if you're dealing with the water signs, Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio, I believe. But with the World card there, that can indicate fixed signs. So, Taco, welcome in. Okay. There's also a feeling here of you're in your head way too much, spiritual princess. You're in your head. It's like materialistically, I'm not where I wanted to be at this point in life. And there's a feeling of being judged for it. Okay, you're not being judged for it because you want provider energy. You actually want that old-fashioned provider energy. And when I say provider energy, I'm not saying that this person has to totally be the breadwinner and you sit back and sip coffee. But you want someone that makes sure your life is comfortable. And there's nothing at all wrong with that. Trust me, I am that. And the amount of potential partners out there that want to be the matching to what I desire is massive. I do feel as if one past relationship, it could have been 4 relationships ago, somebody really crushed your heart, spiritual princess. As I said, it could have been 4 relationships ago, somebody really crushed your heart. Almost to the point that you've exited relationships prior to them ending. Yeah. I feel recently you've actually exited relationships prior to them ending. Again, with the major arcana in this read, you've got the Hierophant, the World, the Sun, Strength, the Moon, Death, the Star, the Hermit. I feel you need to get out of your comfort zone. I'll count how many, see if we're equal. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. You've got 8, whereas Purposeful Tortoise had 9. I do get success, but there's a need to get out of your head and out into the real world. With the Sun and the Ace of Pentacles here, I am not at all worried that the outcome won't be good. And you've got the Sun and the Star next to one another. That's always good. The person that you have in mind may even be a Cancerian. Loves their home space, loves their alone time. See, 2 readings in a row. This has never happened to me before, where I've had 2 readings in a row that are major arcana, massive. And I'll do the same thing here for you. Yes, you can join the queue, Charlie. Spiritual Princess. I'll do the same for you as what I did for Purposeful Tortoise. We got the sun, the strength, the moon. Yeah, I did say water signs, didn't I? Star and the Hermit. Don't look yourself away just because you're comparing yourself to others. It's almost like I'm getting a question, why have they picked me? Other people have got so much more. It's like, they're not you. And I just got an M name come through, like Marcus. My guide just gave me a name. That's so weird. Welcome in, Charlie. Hola. So, Spiritual Princess, can you understand a name Marcus? Or something that would sound like that to my Aussie head? Marcius? See, this is where going worldwide is difficult, because my Aussie head will hear the Aussie versions of it. Vincenzo. Don't tell me Vincenzo. Mauritius. I'm trying to get, because I know it sounded like Marcus to me. But that's my Aussie head doing the hearing. Think of the town they live in being close to Marcus, or Marcus Aurelius. Sorry, I did study Italian history, so whatever town Marcus Aurelius came from, I do believe it was. Okay. I believe it was an outpost. Do a Google search on Marcus Aurelius. Find out where Marcus Aurelius was born. And see if that matches up with Vincenzo's town. Yeah, I've got no idea either, so it's not coming to mind anyway. I do know that Marcus Aurelius was good friends with Augustus, who was born in a subpost of the Roman Empire. So do some research on it. Spiritual Princess, do some research on the town. And see if it matches up. That might be the proof that you need, that this is... But there's a push to get you out of your comfort zone here. It's like to broaden your network so that you're not isolated, so that other ideas can come through. And hopefully that resonates, Spiritual Princess. Hopefully that resonates for you. I'm always stunned by what comes up, quite frankly, but that's just me. That's just me. Shiny Mango, you are up next. Okay. Come on. Come on, come on, come on. Talking to cards now. Now, Shiny Mango, can you understand someone you're aware of downsizing? I feel it impacts you in a way. Kitty Kaluna, welcome in. First time in the chat. Feel free to chat. Watch how the reads go. I tune into your energy first and then flip over the cards. Okay, it impacts you. And I'm feeling like, okay, the Lovers came out when I split the deck. I feel as if you're not handling it well. And I feel that there's an isolation going on at the same time. So I'm not sure if this has something to do with someone's health or someone's ability to cope with change. Ace of Swords, yeah. Whoever is downsizing will downsize. And it will be for the best. I feel for yourself, you're looking at isolation. It's like the loneliness keeps hitting me. I feel it won't be forever, and I feel that you've already got out there. And the Lovers ended up at the bottom of the deck. How's that? I do feel you will conquer the loneliness in a better way than what you expect. And there's someone that's still living that you miss deeply. It's almost like they were a part of the family. There you go. But can you understand there's someone you really miss? They used to be part of the family. They're still living. They're still on planet Earth. But it's like you miss their energy because things were happier. Yeah. I want to say there's nothing preventing you from reaching out to this person. There's nothing preventing you from reaching out to this person. And with the Ace of Swords, I feel like the downsizing bit is self-sufficiency as well. Just make sure your needs are being met, is what I want to say. And hopefully that resonates and you'll pop back into stream again. And just know that, yes, I'm old, 58, and I'm still going. So the person you miss, and you miss their energy, you miss their fun, there's nothing preventing you from reaching out yourself. So go for it. Yeah, Taco, we got to reel more people in. Reel more people in. Yes, I am starting Discord circle because I love the fact that I've built this channel. My brand has been my brand forever. I'm going back. It's now 40 years I've been reading. And Kingmaker, welcome in. It's now 40 years I've been reading. I'm going through health challenges, as most of my regulars know. I want to hand it on to someone, so I'm starting a Discord circle teaching people how to do what I do. And then I can stick to my public appearance work, my in real life public appearance work. And yeah, hand the tech stuff over to someone else. Oh dear. Come on, Karen. Okay, I've just given a shout out to Behind the Lash Streaming, Amanda. We're crossing paths as each other's going to sleep. But I had a nice cyber hug from Amanda last night. You're welcome, Shiny Mango. More than welcome. I'm glad my guides could give you something like that on your first trip in. And it's one of those things that I have to get used to doing me and putting me first, and it's not very often that I have to do that. But you'll all see when you get older. You'll all see. Okay, Taco, it is you. Okay. Now, Taco, I'm jumping at shadows. It's like I'm fearful. Just let me know if you can understand that, Taco. It's like I'm jumping at shadows. Okay. I just had to clarify. I'm going to choose the second deck my guide suggested, because I feel as if the jumping at shadows is because things have started going well. And remember, I don't ever call anybody out. If I mention something, I've gone through it. You know, when things start going well, you're waiting for the chaos. I feel that's you at the moment, Taco. Because things have been falling into place. Not entirely. Okay, let's see. Okay. You're sick of being your own company is what I'm getting. And I feel that will change if you let it. Ace of Pentacles. You're career focused at the moment, or money focused, income focused. But stop being your own analyzer. I get over analyzing. Okay, Ace of Swords. Yeah, there has actually been positivity. And you're waiting for things to go badly. There's been positivity. When there's positivity in life, you're on a roll. Start it. Start the momentum, or keep the momentum going. But I feel you're in your head and you've stopped that momentum by questioning, how did this happen? Yeah. But I feel in doing so, you've stopped the momentum. I feel like you could get the momentum going again by taking a walk. or going outside for X amount of time per day. Just slight movement is what I'm picking up. And I'm sort of reminded of it because the amount of major arcana that's been coming out in the cards. Yeah, if you want the momentum to get going, just do minor physical movement every day. And okay. Oh, Karen, I can't spell now. I'm trying to do a shout out and can't spell. But yes, Breeny is one of my suggested channels, so go for it. Just slight movement is what I get that could change things, Taco. Because it was picking up momentum until you got stuck in your head. And I also feel as if there's been an over-reliance on a substance. I'm actually picking up marijuana. Trust me, I've had an over-reliance on nicotine for the stressful couple of months I've been through, but yes, a substance. It could be alcohol. I'm picking up marijuana, but it could be a substance. Vaping. There's an over-reliance on it. It's like every time I have to get up and do something or step away from the computer. No, that's okay, Taco. The substance could be something else. I've known people to be addicted to Reddit. You know, the app Reddit that has local and world comments. There you go. I've known people to be addicted to that. So to me, I now say substance because I feel as if there's something that keeps drawing you back. And every time you step up, it's almost like you go to that. And trust me, I've been driving around for ages. You're addicted to me, Kingmaker. You couldn't get a better thing to be addicted to. Just joking back. Yeah, caffeine. If you trust me, I've had medical stuff go on. I've been in hospital, as most of you know. The migraines you get when you can't have caffeine, oh boy. You know it's a substance of addiction when you have to go without it. And the coming off it is shocking. And Taco, you know me, I'm coffee soaked up. But it's almost like you can't do anything social without it. That's what I'm picking up. It is more serious than what people think. You're right there, Kingmaker. You are so right there. And the dehydration that comes with it when you're not drinking caffeine. I've often wondered that it's not as bad as a lot of other substances coming off it, but what happens to the body when you come off caffeine, it's similar to, has anyone tried stopping sugar? I actually did the sugar thing where I removed all sugars from my diet. I still have caffeine, it just doesn't have sugar. There you go, Taco, you've removed it. Once you remove it, you don't realize the impact it has on your body until you don't have it. They're the scary things. They're the scary things. Okay, let's see. They are truly scary. Truly scary. Okay, I just had to make sure that last ping wasn't a message. I'm waiting. Believe it or not, I am waiting for everybody to get back to me about tests that have to be done. And it's a waiting game I wouldn't wish on anyone. But I do have to go for a walk. Doctor's orders that I walk every hour. And I believe that had I done it, I might not be in the position I am now. Yet, it's like your adrenal gland, your kidneys, your liver, yeah, sugar and wheat are very addictive, but wheat is a product that most people can expel from their bodies. Kingmaker. Only celiacs would have trouble expelling wheat. Sugar, on the other hand, no. That, I'm glad I did it, but it took worse than alcohol, actually. Sugar, if I look at the amount of days it takes to get yourself off it, sugar is worse than alcohol. It takes 60 days to get sugar out of your body. It only takes 28 days for your kidney and liver to catch up with alcohol. So, yes, sugar is definitely a bad one. Caffeine's out of your system pretty much, depending on how much you consume. Caffeine can go out of your system within 72 hours. So 3 or 4 days. And it is hard to remove. It's easier for us in Australia to remove it because we don't have sugar in things like bread. We don't have sugar in, generally, the savoury stuff, we don't have sugar in. Whereas countries like the US, Canada, sugar is in the bread. Sugar is in savoury stuff. So I like how you put that. And seeing you're all chatting with each other. Yes, any change in diet that is significant, Taco, I agree with you there. You do need to consult with your doctor. Because I was a vegetarian many moons ago. Yeah, US breed sugar. I like how you put that, Kingmaker, but I think it's the reason why Americans cannot stand Vegemite, the Aussie Vegemite. It's a natural vegetable-based paste. And Americans can't stand it. We love it on our toast here in Australia. Toasted bread with a bit of Vegemite. Oh, it's going to start getting me hungry. Our bread doesn't have sugar, so the taste would be totally different. It is a yeasty treat, His Majesty Young Grace. Your Grace. I should just say Your Grace. Your Grace. It is a tasty treat. However, you need to have no sugar in your bread. I've tried it on a bagel and it tastes terrible. No, I'm an Aussie that loves Vegemite, and I've tried it on a bagel, and bagels are a German, they originated in Germany and do have sugar in them. And I've tried it on a bagel and it tasted terrible. So you just can't mix it with sugar. That's all it is. You can't mix it with sugar. Anyway, I do have to go on a walk. Now that you're talking to each other, keep talking to each other while I'm gone. I did have very early lags in the stream. However, if you do get kicked off, just know I'm coming back. And yes, this has been an enlightening chat. It is, Your Grace. It is. There's actually a little table of how people like their Vegemite spread. Everybody is different. Every single person is different. I'm glad, Your Grace, you popped in, because people just look at Vegemite and see this black goop and think ooh, or think Marmite. And Marmite is actually a beef paste, whereas Vegemite is actually made from barley, and it's a byproduct of, like, we don't waste anything here in Australia, so it's a byproduct of making beer. And every kid in Australia grew up with at least tasting it. And another thing, if you are lucky enough to have access to Vegemite, if you want a thick bolognese sauce, the Vegemite in with the tomatoes actually makes the thick bolognese sauce. Mwah. Even the Italians agree with it. So before I keep going and get on to another topic, I'm going to go for my walk. I will be back in about 5. You can't mix it with sugar, definitely not. Cannot. But it does take the sugars out of the tomatoes. Oh, Kingmaker, I thought you liked me. Oh, Aussie treats. Shiny mango. What about pavlova? The great Aussie pav. Anyway, keep talking amongst each other. You've obviously got huge knowledge. And I'll be back as soon as I've had my walk. And I am back. And yes, I had to put lights on. Deprawn yourself. I get that if you're sitting on vinyl, but it's weird. I'm just trying to, yeah. Great convo, and yes, it was making me hungry too, but I just got a message that Kim is actually coming to bring me some food. Yes, movement is essential, and for some of us we have to do it more frequently than others. For me, it is, yeah. You don't have Vegemite or Marmite. Well, there you go. Just know that Marmite actually has, it does have beef product in it. So, anyway, but yeah, the Maggi seasoning, no, I'm not too stoked with it, but yeah, stretching them, for me, it's a bit difficult with a broken spine and having to walk. My seated thing was okay until I got a diagnosis of something else, but we won't get there. We'll go on. We'll move forward. Charlie, it is you. And hopefully Charlie's hung around. Charlie's a subber, and I do the sub readings, but Charlie uses the VODs and Hola Charlie uses the VODs and CC caption or closed captions to rewatch the VOD. Now, Charlie, I'm getting a bit upset as I start tuning into your energy. Can you understand this? I'm getting a bit sad as I tune into your energy. Oh, I'm sorry, Charlie. Everybody gives Charlie a cyber hug. Everybody give Charlie a cyber hug. Thank you, Shiny Mango. We've all been through it, going through the in-between relationship stop thing. I feel that you will be going, I think I've said it before, Charlie, you'll be visiting home. Oh, the closed captions, yeah. I feel as if you'll be visiting home. Don't tell me this is going to be another... Oh, okay. There's a timing issue here. I feel attempts had not worked so far. There's a need to have fun, to be happy, to be less weighed down. Your mind at the moment is in a very dark space. You're feeling like there's no hope. There is hope. And I want to say no looking back. I feel like you're looking back, trying to figure things out. Don't look back. There's no winning in looking back. You've got the Sun, Three of Cups, which to me is happiness, by the way. Three of Cups is overflowing happiness. You've also got the Six of Wands. So I feel there's success here, but it's muddled up with how you're feeling at the moment, Charlie. It's all muddled up with how you're feeling. Yeah, you're feeling defeated. A lack of energy. Ten of Swords, Nine of Wands, Nine of Swords. Two of Pentacles. Queen of Swords. The Queen of Swords is the saddest queen in the tarot, by the way. I do feel as though you're finding it difficult to get positive energy. You're finding it difficult to stay positive. I want to look at the bottom. Okay. Queen of Cups. The Magician. I'm not at all worried. I get Emperor energy here. So to me, that's Martian energy. That's either Aries or Scorpio. So you might be looking at November time or at the latest March time next year. Because things are hectic and it's like I'm trying to juggle all these emotions. And that's everybody else, including your own. It's like I'm trying to juggle everything. And I want to say now's the time where everybody's offering you an opinion. And I do feel as if somebody close to you told you to move on. And if that's what you need to do, Charlie, do it. Because if the person is meant for you, there will be other opportunities. But right now, I feel you need to seek happiness. Because at the bottom is all the dark cards and at the top is all the good cards. I know you have your heart set on a particular person, Charlie. I will let everybody know that. I do believe there is hope, there is success, but timing is playing apart. And I feel as if there may be another situation going on with income, with a job that has left you feeling defeated. I do feel like you will have a visit home. Yeah. Oh, Charlie. I wish I could inject happiness through the cyber vibes. Through cyber vibes. But I feel I've said this to you in a few readings before, that you will move forward to... Before you move forward, you will actually go home. You will visit home. And I feel that is now planned. So hopefully that resonates for you, Charlie. But I do feel as if there's a trip home. And now I have to let Kim in. So I'll be back as soon as I can. I am back, and sorry to end so quickly, Charlie. Yes, Charlie rewatches the videos. I'm fine with that. And welcome in, Bleed Codeine. Welcome in. But yes, I get an eventual good outcome, but not straight away with Charlie. But Kim messaged me that she was going to bring me some dinner. And so I had to let her in. And it's freezing cold here. So we will see. Freezing cold. Kitty, it is you. And I have people coming and going from my stream a lot, and that's okay with me. That's okay with me, because sometimes I have to do the be right back. I'm only one person. I can't chop myself in half. I wish I could sometimes. Yes, it is you, Kitty. Kaluna. Kitty Kaluna. Can you understand? I'm seeing rushing rainwater. You know how when it rains, it goes down the street? I'm seeing rushing rainwater. Just let me know if you can resonate with that. And a yes, no is fine. I know you're new in my stream. I tune into your energy before I turn over the cards. That's how it feels like. Okay. Then I need to turn over the cards now, my guide said. So we'll see. We've got 5 of Wands, 5 of Swords. I feel like you're having to do what everybody else says. You're in a situation where 3 of Swords, where you seem to have lost your individuality. Scorpio Darkness, welcome in. Just let me know if that resonates. There's a few different ways I can read this. And I hate being typical. Like, this could be a past relationship that ended out of the blue, but okay, Bitter Night, you've just come in, so I will open it up so you can join, and then I'll close it again. Okay. Yeah. I feel as if you're in a headspace where you don't feel you have an option. That's okay. It's all done now. Thank you for that, Scorpio Darkness. I love the bossy energy. Your Grace, if you wanted a reading, I can do yours after I end the queue. And if you get thrown to an ad, just type in ad. I feel as if... Okay, I've got the 6 of Swords at the bottom. I feel as if you're desiring to move and move away from family. Can you understand that, Kitty? You're desiring to move, live independently, away from family. But families seem to have a hold for some reason. split the deck. Okay. Okay. I'm getting like a subservient having to be subservient to laws or family structure. And yes, there still are some countries around the world that have those laws. It could be that, Kitty. It could definitely be that. I see you being able to change it internally within your mind and within your friend circle. So while you're waiting on visas, and I just saw the Canadian flag, I'm not sure whether you're wanting to move to Canada. Hi, Kiki. I've had to close the queue. I'm a bit exhausted now. I'm a bit exhausted. We'll see how I go towards the end. But just let me know, Kitty, if you can resonate with why I'm seeing the Canadian flag, and also being able to change the subservience in your mind, as well as, okay, that's fine. I just saw the Canadian flag. I've got to give what I see. But I feel amongst your friends, you can change the situation, and within your own mind, you can change the situation. But I feel as if story writing or something along those lines is a passion of yours, Kitty. So hopefully you're able to follow your passion. Bleed codeine. Thank you, Kitty. As I say in my bio on Twitch, I aim for evidential reading, not just a bland reading, evidential reading. And I don't usually accept anything else, but we'll see. Bleed codeine. I feel as if you're standing in your power at the moment, but you're wanting to be flexible. Just let me know if that resonates. I see success. Whatever you're doing, I see success. There you go. We're not always going to resonate with every single person. Your Majesty, thank you. Or Your Grace. Bleed codeine's been in my reads before, so I'm just asking my guide something here. I feel as if there's an anniversary of a passing. 3rd or 4th of June. Bleed codeine, if you can understand the anniversary of a passing, feeling grandfather here for some reason. 3rd, 4th of June. Not that you know of. Investigate. It seems to be the day of the major arcanas here. I've got the Wheel of Fortune, the High Priestess, or the High Priest, the Hierophant, and the Hanged Man. I feel as if things are too much the same. It's like I'm trying to keep up with constant change and it's like never ending. It's like never ending to keep at that success level. You thought there would be an opportunity for a break. Happy Pride, Your Grace. You thought there would be an opportunity